What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's news, we have Dana White's on Khabib's MMA promotion, we have Jake Paul calling out the UFC brass, and we do have Chael Sonnen getting arrested, and much more. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button and also like the video. UFC President Dana White has issued a warning to Khabib about the struggles of being a fight promoter. While the UFC may be continuing to flourish, there are plenty of promotions out there that are also attempting to carve out their own path in the crowded mixed martial arts space. One example is Eagle FC, the promotion that was founded by former UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov. Eagle FC is planning on running 7 to 8 events in the United States alone in 2022, and while that may seem ambiguous, Khabib appears to be feeling pretty confident about the future for his new brand. When asked about the project, Dana White has some ominous words for the former 155-pound king.
Hey Dana, over here. This week, Khabib held a press conference announcing that his promotion will be in the United States. I'm wondering if you guys talked about anything, if you gave him any advice, or what you think about him coming to the United States.
Have we talked about his promotion being in the United States? No, I haven't talked to Khabib about his promotion at all. But yeah, he's gonna find out what it's like to be on the other side, and you know, it's not as fun as it seems. He's gonna learn.
If he asks for any advice, or
if he doesn't know, he's gonna know. See what I did there?
If he asks for advice or any help, will you give it to him, or are you gonna kind of let him learn the hard way?
Am I gonna what?
Are you gonna let him learn the hard way, or will you give him any advice or any help?
Listen, if he calls me and wants advice, I would absolutely give him advice. But yeah, I think he's gonna learn the hard way. Yeah.
Thank you.
YouTuber turned pro boxer Jake Paul has issued a warning to Canelo Alvarez following his knockout win over Tyron Woodley. Last Saturday night in Tampa, Jake Paul produced his best knockout of his career thus far as he put Tyron Woodley's lights out in their short notice rematch. It came just under 4 months after Paul was able to defeat the former UFC welterweight champion in his hometown of Cleveland. There's been a great deal of speculation regarding what's next for Paul in his boxing journey, but as per the problem child himself, he believes there's a chance he could collide with Canelo Alvarez at some point in the future. He tweeted, "I hope you're training at Canelo." Mark Hunt hits back at the UFC's claim that Justin Tafa was the first heavyweight in the promotion's history to miss weight. Mark Hunt made a post on Instagram detailing his bout with Brock Lesnar. He's claiming that Brock Lesnar never made weight and that he was also on steroids, and he's also claiming that the UFC did know about this, especially Dana White and the Fertitta brothers, but they were planning on selling their company to WME. It's definitely an interesting claim. We don't know who's telling the truth in this. Was it the UFC lying, or is Mark Hunt lying? I don't know, but let me know your opinions in the comments down below. A 17-year-old fan pushed Jorge Masvidal at the Woodley vs. Paul 2 bout. Jorge's manager provided the following information regarding the incident. The kid decides to push Masvidal while Jorge was facing the ring, and then quickly realized that's a big no-no when Masvidal turned around, and then the kid started screaming, I'm 17, I'm 17, with his hands up. Kids, I tell you, shaking my head.
Masvidal tried to fight me.
Jorge Masvidal wasn't the only fighter in a brief scuffle. Nate Diaz appears to punk a fan, making him spill his drinks all over the floor.
Nate Diaz is relentless. That's 2 for flinching.
Nate Diaz is relentless. That's 2 for flinching.
Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley joined forces after receiving criticism from Le'Veon Bell. In a Twitter post, Le'Veon Bell said, "Jake Paul, fight me and stop trying to fight people who can't box." That's when Tyron Woodley replied, "Cause I made one mistake and you think it's sweet? Don't get it fucked up, homeboy." Jake Paul said, "Hey T-Wood, this clown's saying that you can't box. How about you show him as part of our next MVP event? Tyron will drop you faster than the Ravens." So, is that something you guys are interested in? Do you guys want to see Tyron Woodley box again? Especially if it's going to be against Le'Veon Bell? And after that performance, do you think that Tyron Woodley can actually beat Le'Veon Bell? Please let me know in the comments down below. Derrick Lewis has dedicated his win over Chris Daukaus to Rodney King. Lewis was fighting Daukaus, a former Philadelphia police officer, and the headliner of the Saturday's UFC's 45 event. Prior to the contest, the Black Beast proclaimed that there was no way he was going to get beaten up by a police officer. Lewis ended up sticking to his words as he scored a violent KO in the first round. After the victory, the former title challenger dedicated the win to Rodney King.
Did that knockout tonight feel any more gratifying than any of the other ones you had? You know, you did your signature celebration when you got on the ground, but then you danced when you got up. Was that a special feeling tonight knowing you got that record?
That was for Rodney King. You know, I'm fighting a police officer, man. Come on, man. That's the only time you get a chance to punch a police officer in the mouth and get away with it, and then you get up and shake your hand. Shit, that's a great feeling, man. Great feeling.
And you threw your cup into the crowd. You threw your gloves into the crowd. Is that the first time you've done this?
It was the first time I threw my cup in the crowd. Yeah, I was surprised that a dude like pushed a woman out of the way to grab that cup, but it is what it is.
What do you think he's going to do with it tonight?
I don't know. I seen him put it in his pocket. He went back and sat down with a big Kool-Aid smile on his face and sat down and put it in his pocket.
Chael Sonnen was reportedly detained in Las Vegas on battery charges and has caught the attention of Jon Jones. And then Jon Jones tweeted, "Chael Sonnen, I'm not going to sit here and celebrate you getting a battery charge against a female last night. That would make me like you, and I'm nothing like you. Instead, I will wish your family well. I wish the victim's family well." Jon Jones also tweeted, "It's funny how some of the people who criticize and judge you the most have some of the nastiest things in their closet. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You get no stones from me. Good luck." So if you don't know why this is significant, it's because about a month or 2 months ago, Jon Jones was also arrested in Las Vegas. He was also drunk, but he did something very similar to Chael Sonnen. He hit his wife and was arrested on battery charges. And then I remember Chael Sonnen going on his podcast and saying some nasty things about Jon Jones, how he never learns and things like that. And now I guess this is Jon Jones trying to get back, but not really saying he's gloating about it. But technically, for him to tweet this, I think he's really gloating about it. Does that make him wrong? I don't know. What would you do in this situation if you were Jon Jones? Would you even tweet this? Would you talk about it? Would you get back at Chael Sonnen for saying some of these things? Please let me know in the comments down below. And that's the end of the video. Don't forget to smash the like button and also subscribe if you are new. If you want to also see more of this type of content, please let me know in the comments down below. Peace.